Stephen, a better second half performance, but ultimately, how do you reflect on the game today?
It's funny, we found ourselves behind at half time, 5-1, and we didn't feel as if we'd been totally outplayed. We just simply didn't defend. Off the 5 goals, 4 crosses into the box. You know, that's a positional thing, as a defender. So, it's not as if we were under the cosh and we're hanging on and the goalkeeper was making great saves. I mean, it was literally probably 5 attempts on our goal in the first half and we conceded 5 goals. So, I mean, goals to chances ratio, that's not very good for us, defending wise. So, half time was almost just to really say, we almost questioned their mentality, really, if we're being brutally honest, at half time. Just to say to them, this can be the making of you in the second half. Do you have something different about you that you show in the first half? I just thought we were flat, we were lifeless at times in the first half. But still at that, I didn't think we were totally outplayed. It's a strange thing to say. But second half, we just showed more of an appetite for it. If we had a bit more composure in the final third at times, we could have got back to 5-4 and take it on from there. But yeah, I think certainly worrying signs that when there's 4 crosses come into your box and you concede 4 goals, you have to point your finger at the defenders.
And you speak about how resilient the youngsters can be when they're going through maybe a slightly damp run like they are at the minute. What do you say to the boys to keep them going?
A lot of it comes down to their own mindset. We had a chat before the game and almost saying that football's never going to be smooth. It's never going to be simple and easy. And listen, life's the same. At times when you're under the cosh, at times when things are going against you, you look around as a coach to think, who's got the fight and the little bit of heart to kind of stand up and show they want to fight back. I felt in the first half there wasn't very many. Second half there was, which is encouraging. But still, when you lose a game of football, you have to think, why? So it's a testing time for them. A lot of these lads with me for the last almost 3 seasons haven't been used to losing games. Suddenly now we've lost a few games and they're almost looking around for a little bit of help and a little bit of cover. You have to stand up. I mean, I said to them earlier, if they have an 18-year playing career and they have a bad 2 or 3 weeks like they're having at the minute, I mean, it's small in comparison to what they will be. So, yes, we're frustrated with them. Some of the ones who we thought were closer to the first team shown today, maybe they're not. Yeah, and I think that's a disappointing thing. Mick and I push them as much as we can. The manager's ears are red sometimes because we're continually pushing some players. But when he comes to watch, he wants to see them stand up and be counted and do well. And I think some of them let themselves down today. They'll know that, we know that, but we just have to deal with it.
And is that message, when they maybe feel that disappointment, does that give them even more desire to maybe come out here the next time with the games coming thick and fast to put it right?
You hope so. There's many things you can give them, but you can't give them heart and desire. That's something they have to find within themselves. And it's normally an adversity when you find it. So that's what they have to do. I wouldn't say soul search, my goodness, they're 17, 18 and 19, but almost thinking, what are they doing right or what are they doing wrong? Again, even though we've lost games, we haven't played any worse than what we did just after Christmas. We won 6 out of 7. We've still played reasonably well in games. We've still dominated possession. We've still, looked as if we're a threat and creating chances. We just haven't defended well enough. I mean, you give the opposition 5 goals at start in the first half, and even on Sunday in the cup game, we give up 3 really cheap goals. St Johnstone last week we lose 1-0, a cheap goal, but we were well in the game. So it's sometimes hard to take, but there are going to be moments like that where it's not going to be rosy. Everything's not going to be perfect for you. So you've got to find a way. First of all, individually get out of it. And then as a team collective unit, you have to find a way to get out of it and include myself and Stephen in that as well. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to work our way out of it. But you hope that it'll stand them in good stead in future. If they ever come across a moment like this again in the future, they'll think, I've been here before, I know what I have to do, fight my way out of it, and your career continues.
Thanks again, Craigs.
Cheers, boys. Thanks.